So number 14, you need to write an equation in either standard or vertex form for a quadratic that has a minimum at -3, -2, and passes through -1, 2. But remember, a minimum is also, what point is the minimum? It could also be called the, no, not the maximum, it's the minimum. Remember, a minimum or maximum is also your vertex. Remember? Okay, so they didn't straight up tell you that it's your vertex, but a minimum or maximum is also the vertex. Okay, which means that -3, it would be what?
H and K.
H and K, that's right. -3 and -2, that's your H and K. Okay, now remember, because they gave you a vertex, do you think we're going to be writing our equation in standard form or vertex form?
Vertex.
Vertex form, right. Vertex form is f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Okay, now, what is this point they gave us? What would these be labeled as? X and y, that's right. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to find a, because you can't write your vertex form equation without knowing a, right? So we're going to plug in all these numbers in to our vertex form equation to solve for a. Remember, f of x is also y, right? So let's replace everything. So what is the y value here? 2. And then equals, a we don't know, so we're trying to solve for a. Parentheses, what's x?
-1.
-1. And then it's minus, what's h? Right. If we're subtracting -3, that's the same thing as adding 3. So we're going to go with plus 3. Then it's squared, and what's the k?
Oh, -2.
So minus 2 out there. Oh, why did I put k? Minus 2. And now we need to simplify this and solve for a. Okay, so first we're going to simplify what's inside the parentheses. So it's going to be 2 times a. And what's -1 plus 3?
2.
2. So 2 squared minus 2. Next, what do we do?
4. Well, no, parentheses.
We square what's inside the parentheses, right? So we're going to square the 2, which becomes
4.
4. So it's a times 4. Or in other words, 4a, right? So I can just write 4a minus 2. And I want to solve for a, so what should I do from here?
Add 2.
Add 2 to both sides. So that leaves me with 4 equals 4a. And how do I solve for a? So 1 equals a, right? So now I have my a value. A is 1. So I'm ready to write my vertex form equation, right? So it's going to be f of x equals 1 times.
-1 plus 3.
When we're writing the vertex form equation, we do not put the actual point in. We only use the vertex. So we're going to leave x right here, x, and then we put the vertex in. So plus 3 squared, and then on the outside, minus 2. And that is your answer. You don't need to write the 1 if you don't want to, because it doesn't actually change anything. But yeah, that's it. F of x equals 1 times x plus 3 quantity squared minus 2.